All right, hello everybody. Thank you for joining. I am Riley with the T Storm Chasers, and we're going to take a look at your forecast. But before we do, here's a brief word from our sponsors at Cube Portable Storage.
What are you doing?
Decluttering?
Moving? Remodeling? In need of temporary storage, emergency cleanup, or just need to declutter? Cube Portable Storage has the perfect solution. Rent your Cube Portable Storage container today.
And don't forget, they got roll-off dumpsters for the other stuff. Call Cube Storage for all your moving needs.
All right, hello everybody. Welcome back for another weather video on a Saturday evening here at the 9 o'clock hour here in the Sioux Falls area. We have temps still pretty warm in the low to mid 60s, 63 in Sioux Falls, 61 in Mitchell, 64 in Yankton. Temps in Iowa, 40s and 50s can be found across Iowa, 54 in Fort Dodge, 61 in Spencer, 59 in Sioux City, 52 in Cedar Rapids. One thing about today, man, what a beautiful day it was today. I mean, we had nice warm temperatures into the upper 60s to low 70s. It was calm. There was no wind today, and it was nice and sunny out there. No rain at all. It was just a beautiful Saturday afternoon. And Minnesota, temps in the 50s and 60s at this hour. 63 in the city, 63 in Marshall, 61 in Mankato. Northeastern South Dakota, 57 in Aberdeen, 61 in Watertown. And then out in western South Dakota, 57 in Pierre, 61 in Rapid City at the 9 o'clock hour. Down into Nebraska, still 70 degrees in Scottsbluff, Nebraska there, 55 in North Platte, 57 in Grand Island. So still at this hour, very nice temps coming up on the 10 o'clock hour here. We still got really nice temps in our Quad State region, and those temps are going to continue to climb over the next few days. We'll get to that story and more, but first, let's hear a brief word from our sponsors at CE Construction.
From roofing to siding, CE Construction is setting the standard across North and South Dakota. Our expert team delivers quality, durability, and trust on every project. CE Construction, Dakotans helping Dakotans with their roofing and siding needs. Call or visit us online.
All right, so as we take a look at the latest models here to give you guys a good look of what to expect for temperatures here over the next several days. Let's start out with tonight. Overnight lows will be in the 40s to low 50s across our region. And then for your day tomorrow, look at those temps. 70s returning to the forecast, and even a few 80s out in western South Dakota. Very, very nice weather there. And then for your day on Monday, 70s once again. It's going to be very similar to Sunday. So again, Sunday and Monday, very similar. Good way to end your weekend for sure, and a good way to kick off your following week here, or you should say your upcoming week. And then for your day on Tuesday, 70s once again across eastern South Dakota, eastern Nebraska, into Minnesota and Iowa. It is noticeably cooler out here in the west. If you do notice there, Rapid City, mid-40s for a high, possibly on Tuesday. So cooling down a little bit out there. And then on Wednesday, it's short-lived. Temps returning to the 60s out in western South Dakota. 70s in the east again, mid-70s for the Sioux Falls area. 70s in Iowa, 70s in eastern South Dakota, southwest Minnesota. And then on Thursday, you're seeing a theme here, starting tomorrow and lasting through this week. We got warm temps coming. We got 70s, even a few 80s in the forecast. And then on Friday, 70s and low 80s returning again on Friday. And then for your following weekend, 70s and 80s. That is the theme of this forecast. 70s mainly in this forecast, with a few 80-degree weather possible, and a few 60s also possible. And rounding out your following weekend there, 70s and 80s. That looks really nice. So I think we have turned a corner here. I think we're kind of moving towards more late spring-like, early summer type weather, with temps in the 70s to low 80s returning to this forecast. And, looking ahead to next week, it looks about the same. So I think we are in that pattern of nice, warm, late spring-like weather, and it's just going to continue for the foreseeable future. Now, in terms of moisture, let's go ahead and show you the future scan forecast for you. All right, and then here is your future scan outlook, and as you can see here, tomorrow looking dry, not seeing anything in the forecast there. For your day on Monday, similar story, not seeing anything in this forecast. So the next couple days looking dry, and then taking us out towards Tuesday, then we're starting to see possibly a little bit of moisture out in western South Dakota late Monday night into Tuesday morning. And then that will hang around on Tuesday across western South Dakota and maybe even central South Dakota here near the Pierre area. There could be some showers and light thunder activity. And then Wednesday, just some sporadic rain showers possible. But we're still going to be in the 70s, still going to have a nice forecast. And Sioux Falls area maybe on Thursday, May 8th. Could be some sprinkles around, but really not seeing a whole lot here in this forecast. We're not seeing any big time systems like we saw this, over the last few days. Not seeing anything like that anytime soon. So looks like a dry and nice forecast ahead for the next week or more. So buckle up if you like 70s, if you like low 80s. This is your forecast. You're gonna like this forecast, and if you like dry weather, this is it for you. This is your forecast, and that is the latest there. And wrapping things up here with your 10-day forecast. Tomorrow, near 80 in Sioux Falls, sunny, and overnight lows in the 40s. And then for your day on Monday, low 80s possibly there. And also same with Tuesday, overnight lows in the low 50s, and then maybe dipping back slightly Wednesday and Thursday, middle of next week, upper 70s. And then low 80s again by Friday of next week. And then for your weekend forecast, maybe even a little bit warmer. Might be going a little high on those temps, but it's not going to be that far off. I think we'll be in the low 80s at least for the Sioux Falls area. Overnight lows in the 40s and 50s. And you notice in that forecast, not really seeing any rain chances in that forecast. For the Aberdeen area, similar story. Near 80 tomorrow and sunny. And then, warm again on Monday. Cooling back slightly middle of next week. Overnight lows in the 40s and 50s. And then warming back up late next week into the 80s again. And again, not seeing moisture in the forecast. For the Pierre area, once again, similar story. Sunny, low 80s tomorrow. Middle of next week, mid 70s for a high. Overnight lows in the 40s and 50s. And warming back late next week into the 80s again. And no moisture. For the Rapid City area, low 80s tomorrow and partly sunny. And then Monday, possibly some morning showers. We'll see on that. I would say more of a slight chance on that, but it's certainly possible. Low 70s on Monday there, and then cooling back slightly on Tuesday and Wednesday, 50s and 60s. Overnight lows in the 40s and 50s again, and then 70s and low 80s for the rest of your 10-day forecast there for the Rapid City area. So that is the latest here from T-Storm Chasers, and again, continue to follow us on all of our social media accounts. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, and YouTube. Our daily weather videos. We'll have another one coming tomorrow. Be sure to check all of our videos out and more, and we'll continue to provide you guys the weather updates as we get them. So have a great rest of your weekend. Stay safe out there.